Being an overachiever has haunted me my entire life. There aren't enough videos on this topic on YouTube, so I thought I would talk about it because it means a lot to me, and I'm sure that a lot of people feel the same way that I do. Before I begin, let's talk about the definition of overachiever. The established definition of overachiever is one who achieves success over and above the standard or expected level, especially at an early age. To me, an overachiever is a person who is responsible, reliable, and determined, who works hard, works smart, continues to learn and better themselves as time goes on. There are many benefits to being an overachiever, and most people are familiar with them. We appear to be successful, motivated, and inspired, hitting milestone after milestone without a care in the world. We also appear to be invincible, like we can just handle anything you throw our way, and we would take it like we're mythical creatures. However, nobody talks about the many downsides of being an overachiever, and in this video, I'm going to tell you about 6 of the ones that I personally experienced. At the end of the video, I'm also going to give you some tips on how to be kind to the overachievers in your life. Here we go. Number 1, your successes are taken for granted. As an overachiever myself, I realized throughout my life that because people are so used to me doing well and succeeding with most things that I aim to achieve, I don't always get their acknowledgement. They don't see the hard work, time, tears, sweat, and blood that you put into everything that you do. They just see the results and think,
"Oh, he's naturally that good."
No, I am not. I work hard to get my results. When I was younger and I got A after A in school, it was always brushed off as, cool, typical Omar. But when my brother, who was super smart but wasn't exactly as focused, got a B, it was celebrated by all. That used to get to me as a child, not so much as an adult, because now I know that doing good work is its own reward. However, not having your success acknowledged by key people in your life can be hurtful. It's not necessary, but it's nice to have every once in a while. Number 2, which is the complete opposite of number 1, your failures, no matter how small, are considered catastrophes. People are shocked I tell you, whenever you don't perform as well as usual. You hear things like,
"You could have done better."
Or,
"You? I can't believe you didn't pull it off."
To other people, when you do a little less than spectacular is much more of an event than when you do something great. People start to lose faith in you, like you had some magical mojo and you lost it. You are looked at like a broken machine instead of a normal human being going through one failure, which, by the way, is a crucial step to success. How are you going to succeed without failing? Do you know what failing means? It means that you're trying, and that's success to me. If you're not failing, but you're not succeeding either, you're not really trying in the first place, are you? Number 3, you're at higher risk of closing up and being consumed by shame. In other words, you become infected with the disease that finds its way to almost every overachiever: perfectionism. In my birthday vlog, which you can watch right here, I talked about how I became so antisocial the last year and a half because I wasn't as ambitious, productive, or organized as I usually am. I marinated in shame for so long and didn't want to see anybody because I didn't feel like I was performing well in life. And it got so bad that I thought my loved ones would abandon me or stop loving me because I wasn't my usual overachieving self. Although it may not be true, most overachievers think that they need to maintain this perfect image of themselves in the eyes of those who matter to them. At least I did. And let me tell you, it becomes exhausting. It's simply unsustainable. Number 4, you're at higher risk of being taken advantage of. There's this really sad quote, which is, the biggest reward of being an overachiever is being given more work. That is so true. I hate to say it, but I'm currently facing this at my corporate job. I'm a project manager, but because I have a music career and my YouTube channels, I have gained a whole bunch of skills that are not in my job description that were suddenly needed at my day job. I offered to help once and I utilized my skills, which are completely unrelated to what I do for my company, and now I get a whole bunch of work that's not within my job description dumped on me without a promotion or a pay raise. That makes me feel taken advantage of, and my patience is frankly running out. Downside number 5, which is related to number 4, Everyone in your life depends on you. I'm not talking about people with real needs like someone with a chronic illness or disability who genuinely have no choice but to rely on others. I'm not talking about someone who's usually self-sufficient and going through a low phase in their life and needs support. I'm talking about the people in your life who are fully capable and being demanding just because they can. When you're an overachiever, there's a tendency for the people in your life to rely on you. It could be your mom, your dad, your partner, your boss, your friends. People rely on you to do things for them because you're the responsible one, the one that gets shit done. It's a lot of pressure, and what people don't understand is that there is a point at which an overachiever will most certainly crack under that pressure. Little favors once or twice a year per person are okay, and of course, I want to be there for the people I love when they're going through a hard time. Of course, I'm going to do that for my loved ones. But when you become someone's personal assistant, when they're fully capable of doing everything they ask for themselves, this also makes it difficult for you to rely on people for help. This is for a couple of reasons. One, you think the people you want to rely on are crying out for help most of the time, so they're unqualified to help you in the first place. Two, you subconsciously develop this resentment towards people who constantly ask you for things, and you avoid asking people for things because you don't want them to feel that same resentment towards you. It becomes harder and harder to ask for help, even from those who are closest to you. Number 6, which is the cherry on top, you become a villain. After that point at which you crack under pressure, you stop succumbing to people's every need, and that's when people will think that you've changed and that you're no longer the nice guy they used to know. The truth is, you just got tired of keeping up with people's bullshit and grew a spine. This is the version of you that they should be loving, but no. They want the version that says yes to all their demands like a robot. Now that I've told you about some of our struggles, here are some tips for you to take care of the overachievers in your life. You know exactly who they are. Number 1, when they succeed, acknowledge and celebrate their successes with them. It's nice to be recognized. Number 2, when they fail, don't make them feel bad about it. Understand that they are human like you and they will fail. It doesn't mean that they lost their mojo or that they won't be successful next time. Number 3, don't take advantage of them. Don't ask for anything you can't do yourself. Even if it takes you much more time and effort than the overachiever in your life to do that thing you need, do it yourself. They could do it better and in less time and with less effort because they've done it a million times. Learn to depend on yourself and develop your own damn skills. Number 4, when they tell you no, understand that they're not a villain. You've just exhausted all the energy and time that they're willing to dedicate to you. You made them reach that point of saying no to you. If anything, you're the villain here for not being sensitive enough towards them because, believe it or not, you are interfering with another person's quality of life and mental health. Some of the things that I said in this video might seem harsh to some of you, but imagine how the overachievers in your life feel. We go through so much that you don't know. We have so many internal struggles in spite of our sunny exterior. I wouldn't have made this video if I hadn't suffered through the things that I talked about in this video. Everything that I said came from a real place of pain and suffering, and I said it all to evoke some empathy on your part. Also, being an overachiever is not something unattainable. For most people, it's a choice. Alright, rant over.